Hey guys, welcome to another reading from my blog, The Journey Begins. I am Becca, I live in Japan, and I am reading my life blog as I go along, and hopefully you guys are finding it interesting. I'm sorry this one had a bit of a delay going up. There's been a lot. I also got really ill. I had bronchitis, it got worse, so it was very difficult to talk, and I've only really just got to the point where I don't think I sound too annoying. I probably do though. 22nd of August, Quoth the Raven. Temperature, 34. Food eaten, Lawson pork cutlet sandal, all healthy. Yakiniku saga beef, the one and the only. Life here is gradually returning to a sense of normality. My work begins this coming week, make or break time. Generally, my bike rides to language classes include a stretch through the fields. I've grown accustomed to seeing the local heron taken off or turtles chilling out in the water pipes. My hometown is small, and once upon a time, I was only 5 minutes from fields leading to the local nature reserve. Sadly, years later, it's no longer the case as my hometown grew bigger. This is back in the UK, but Saga City has a sense of nostalgia for me. I often hung out and admired the stars in the fields near my house because we had very little light pollution. I have yet to walk down a dark, scary path in Saga, but my hunch is perhaps that stars would be very prominent over there. Chipping in that they are, I've been down that path. The light pollution over here where I am is very minimal because I'm actually outside of the city. I'm more south of the city, and honestly the stars here are very, very beautiful. You can see them. They're not perfect, they're not like the dark zone, but they are perfectly enough for me who wants to see the stars. I am noticing more wildlife in these few days. Past the horrors on 8 legs or more, I am looking in your direction, Mikade-chan. I have finally had a 8-legged horror drop on my head while I was in a fragile mood. It was gonna happen eventually, but it did not make my muffled scream any less controlled. My letterbox has become a place of fear. There is currently quite a beast hanging from it. Going back to 6 legs, a slightly more acceptable amount. My bike ride to the convenience store was rudely interrupted when I glanced down, and crawling at speed on my hand was none other than a green Asian mantis. Now, with 10 years at pet retailer behind me, and the fact that I used to sell these ladies in the UK, this encounter was a rare one for me because I did not have to result in a freak out because it usually occurs if there's a bug. But with this one, I was quite confused because it was there on my hand and I used to sell them. So it was an interesting, unexpected encounter with a green Asian mantis. There are mantises out here. On the cutest side, tanuki. I have seen the tail end now of a tanuki floating around here. I am still hoping I will see one here in Saga, or a Saga hare, as they look very much spherical. After all, round is a shape, and forever my excuse for not shifting the weight I promised to last year. Still haven't shifted it. It's gonna happen eventually, maybe. Ravens and crows. The title wasn't just clickbait. I just made you wait. These flappy guys have been causing general mischief, and I love it. Every morning one of these guys sits on a telephone pole, waiting and just waiting to shout, "Oi, wake up, your waifu is trash." I joke. Put the pitchforks down. These guys are very vocal alongside the chorus of cicadas. I hope I am starting to paint a soundscape for you. To end my blog, I'm going to talk about my first experience of the famous Saga beef. A happy coincidence. We just needed a place to grab food, and by accident, and most of the places not being open, we found heaven, Yakiniku Ito. I think most people have either heard of Japanese Wagyu or Kobe beef, the big names in Japan. But I bet you didn't know that Saga also has its own beef. Now, it's been said, I like steak, I miss you flat iron. That it was quite an experience, and I am excited to try it again. They were very accommodating, and we had the whole place to ourselves. I am an avid cook, so being allowed to cook my own food was a treat. Some yakiniku places will do it for you, but never fear. If you do go and they let you loose on the stove, grab your trusty Saga fat, grease up the iron, and then trust the process. One positive is that steak can be eaten rare, so you will not poison yourself. You can order sides and even desserts. Yakiniku can run a little pricey. Yes, I saw the pricey options, but between 3 of us and with 2 rounds, Saga beef, a side each, and a drink, our meal was just over 6,000 yen, with the equivalent about £30. Tell me you can feed 3 people for a decent meal in the UK for that price? You can't. Unless you're going to a corner shop. I would spend that alone at times, sometimes on my food outings. So stay tuned and don't let Mikade-chan in. Okay, a nice fun one, very exciting. Still haven't seen a Mikado-chan. Don't really want to, but general, very positive experience. I remember it was hot. The wildlife around here is very beautiful, apart from the ones on 8 or 6 legs. Haven't seen anything on 8 or 6 legs I like yet. The mantis is fun, but so. But yeah, the life out here is very rural. I live south of the city. You don't really get that. Maybe you get that on the urban, like the suburbs of Tokyo, but because of my prefecture being very rural, it's just more likely I'd see turtles, I'd see wildlife, I'd see herons. There is a very cute stork that floats around, which is really cute. There's another blog coming up about one of my favorites called Fuafua. Can't wait to tell you guys about Fuafua. She's awesome. But thank you guys so much. I really enjoyed this one with you guys, and I hope you look forward to another one. See you guys again soon. Bye bye.